That happens when time's on your side and you're looking at it. And I open that up without complacency. Like, start now. That doesn't mean time's on my side. Yeah, dude. Inshallah. When it happens, it'll happen. No. Wake up. Clock's ticking. It's on your side. Now just move with it. Dance with it. Put some soul with the facts.
Staying true to your vision is not about motivation. It's about courage, the quiet kind. The kind that keeps you moving when applause is absent and understanding is rare. Vision is lonely by nature. If everyone sees it, it's not a vision, it's a trend. And the reason most people abandon theirs is not failure, but isolation. It's hard to believe in something when you're the only one who can see it clearly. Matthew McConaughey's words land because they cut through the noise. They remind you that your vision is not meant to make sense to everyone else. It's meant to guide you. And the moment you start adjusting your dream to fit other people's comfort, you dilute the very thing that made it powerful. Vision doesn't ask for permission. It demands commitment. Most people drift because they trade vision for validation. They chase approval, likes, and reassurance. They measure progress by attention instead of alignment. But vision doesn't grow in crowds. It grows in silence. It grows when you keep showing up without being seen, when you stay disciplined without being praised, when you trust your direction, even while questioning yourself. Staying true to your vision means resisting distraction, not just external noise, but internal doubt. It means understanding that confusion is part of clarity forming. That uncertainty doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're building something new. Vision is fragile in the beginning. That's why it must be protected. Not everyone deserves access to what you're trying to become. The hardest part is patience. Vision doesn't reward urgency. It rewards consistency. You won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel confident. But if your vision is real, it will pull you forward even on days when belief feels thin. That's courage. Moving without guarantees. Acting without proof. Staying aligned when it would be easier to conform. This is where separation begins, not with talent, not with luck, but with loyalty. Loyalty to the future you see, even when the present doesn't reflect it yet. People who stay true to their vision don't rush, they don't panic, they don't abandon the process just because results take time. They understand one thing clearly. If you stay loyal long enough, reality eventually catches up.
Try to do it. Because I think you can only do your best work if you're doing what you want to do, and if you're doing it the way you think it should be done, and if you can take pride in it after you've done it, no matter what it is. If you can look at it and say, I did that, and I think it's pretty damn good. That's a great feeling.
Every vision worth pursuing will be questioned first, not because it's wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. Stan Lee's life is proof that believing in something before the world understands, it requires patience, resilience, and humility. He didn't chase trends. He didn't abandon his ideas because they weren't immediately accepted. He trusted imagination in a world that rewards imitation. And that choice built a legacy that outlived doubt. Staying true to your vision means learning how to hear criticism without absorbing it. Some people will genuinely care. Others will project their own fears onto your ambition. The challenge is knowing the difference. Vision demands discernment. Not every opinion deserves weight. Not every voice deserves access. When you let outside noise dictate your direction, you slowly drift away from what made your path unique in the first place. Most people give up on their vision when resistance shows up. They interpret doubt as a sign to stop. But resistance is often confirmation that you're moving beyond what's familiar. New ground always feels unstable. Growth always feels uncomfortable. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're early. Stan Lee didn't become who he was overnight. Decades passed before his work received the recognition it deserved. What sustained him wasn't confidence, it was conviction. A deep, quiet certainty that what he was building mattered, even when the world hadn't caught up yet. That's the level of patience vision demands. You don't rush it, you nurture it. Staying true to your vision also requires humility. You stay open to learning. You refine without abandoning the core. Vision isn't stubbornness. It's commitment paired with growth. You evolve your methods, not your purpose. You adjust your strategy, not your direction. That balance is what separates those who last from those who burn out. Most people want immediate validation. Visionary thinkers accept delayed understanding. They're willing to walk alone for a while. They know that alignment matters more than approval. And when the world finally sees what you were building all along, the journey suddenly makes sense, even to those who doubted you. Vision doesn't need an audience to survive. It needs loyalty.
Everybody in my life at that time, the most misunderstood one. But I'm starting to realize, bro, when you dance to your own rhythm, when you play by your own rules, and you living through your vision, that's a perfect indication you're doing it correctly. Because they literally don't see what you see. They don't see it. They don't see what you see. They don't see as far as you see. And they don't understand why you see what you see.
There comes a point where your vision stops being something you chase and starts becoming something you live. It's no longer a goal on paper or an idea in your head. It shapes how you move, how you decide, and how you say no. At that stage, vision is no longer motivation. It's alignment. And alignment is powerful because it removes confusion. When you live through your own vision, you stop borrowing direction from the world. You don't react to trends. You don't panic when others move faster. You don't feel threatened by comparison. You understand that speed means nothing without direction. Most people exhaust themselves chasing momentum. Vision-driven people conserve energy because they know exactly where they're going. This is where discipline becomes natural. You don't need constant reminders to stay focused. Your vision filters distractions automatically. Opportunities that don't align lose their appeal. Shortcuts that compromise your direction stop tempting you. You begin to value depth over speed, clarity over noise, and consistency over excitement. Living by your vision also changes how you handle setbacks. Failure no longer feels like an identity crisis. It becomes feedback, a signal to adjust, not abandon. When your vision is strong, temporary losses don't shake you. They refine you. You stop questioning whether you should continue and start asking how to move smarter. Most people struggle here because they want certainty. Vision doesn't offer certainty, it offers direction. And direction is enough if you trust it. The need for guarantees is what keeps people small. Visionary thinkers accept uncertainty as part of the process. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They move with intention and adapt along the way. This is also when influence shifts. People begin to feel your certainty before they understand it. You're no longer convincing, you're embodying. And embodiment is what earns respect. Not speeches, not explanations, just consistency over time. Living through your vision doesn't mean the road gets easier. It means you get clearer. And clarity makes endurance possible. When vision becomes identity, distraction loses power, doubt loses volume. Staying true to your vision will cost you things: comfort, approval, familiarity. It will cost you relationships that only made sense when you were smaller. It will cost you shortcuts that led nowhere. And for a while, it will cost you certainty. But what it gives you in return is something most people never experience: alignment. When you are aligned with your vision, decisions become simpler. Not easier, simpler. You stop chasing what looks good and start choosing what feels right. You stop reacting to the world and start responding from purpose. And that shift changes everything. You move with intention instead of urgency. You act with patience instead of panic. Most people abandon their vision because they confuse discomfort with danger. They assume that if something feels hard, it must be wrong. But growth always feels unfamiliar before it feels natural. Vision stretches you before it settles you. The discomfort is not a warning. It's evidence that you're expanding beyond who you used to be. Staying true to your vision also means trusting time, not rushing results, not forcing outcomes, not measuring progress by applause. You learn to value consistency over speed, depth over attention, and direction over validation. You understand that real fulfillment comes from building something that reflects who you are, not what the world expects. There will be moments when doubt whispers louder than belief, moments when the road feels longer than you imagined. In those moments, you don't quit. You reconnect. You remember why you started. You return to the vision that pulled you forward when nothing else made sense. Because in the end, success without alignment feels empty. But vision lived with integrity creates a life that feels whole. Stay true long enough, and the world won't need convincing. It will see the proof.